Connecticut just became the sixth state in the country to legalize a type of solar power almost anyone can use, even renters who could never install traditional rooftop panels. House Bill 5340 became Public Act 26127, an act concerning renewable power generation. Lawmakers passed it just hours before the 2026 legislative session ended on May 6th. Governor Ned Lamont signed it into law shortly after. It's actually 5 different renewable energy provisions bundled into one bill, so let's go through each one. First, Connecticut's existing solar incentive programs get extended. The Public Utilities Regulatory Authority now has to design successor programs for what are called RRES, NRES, and SCEF, the state's residential, non-residential, and shared solar incentive programs. Instead of expiring in 2028 as originally scheduled, these programs are now extended out into the mid-2030s. Second, the law requires a formal study of consumer protections for people who lease or buy solar panel systems, looking at contract terms, disclosures, and safeguards for homeowners. Third, and this is the headline-grabbing piece, Connecticut legalizes portable solar, sometimes called plug-in or balcony solar. Here's what that means in practice. One plug-in solar device per household, up to 1,200 watts, can now be used without needing utility approval, an interconnection agreement, or extra fees from Eversource or United Illuminating. That opens up solar power to people who could never install traditional rooftop panels: renters, apartment residents, and condo owners. There are safety requirements attached. The device has to be certified by a nationally recognized safety organization, like UL Solutions, and meet the state's building code. One catch worth knowing: as of when this law passed, UL Solutions hadn't actually certified any plug-in solar products yet under its relevant safety standard. Certification was still catching up to the new legal framework. The Public Utilities Regulatory Authority also has to develop formal rules for how these plug-in systems get safely installed. This provision takes effect October 1st, 2026. Why does this matter so much in Connecticut specifically? The state has some of the highest residential electricity rates in the continental United States, around 28.6 cents per kilowatt hour. Industry estimates suggest a single plug-in solar system could save a renter more than $315 a year on their electric bill. Connecticut joins Utah, Maine, Virginia, Maryland, and Colorado as the sixth state to legalize this kind of plug-in solar setup. Fourth piece of the bill, agrivoltaics, the practice of putting solar panels on land that's still actively used for farming. To be precise, this law doesn't launch an agrivoltaics program outright yet. It requires Connecticut's Energy Commissioner, working with the Agriculture Commissioner, to study whether an incentive program is even feasible. That study has to look at things like size limits on solar systems, making sure only land already in active farming use qualifies, and how to configure panels so farming operations aren't disrupted. Recommendations from that study go back to the legislature for lawmakers to consider actually creating the program down the road. Fifth and final piece. The law requires Connecticut's Energy Commissioner to launch a pilot program specifically for installing solar panels in what are called environmental justice communities. Those are communities that have historically carried a disproportionate share of environmental burdens, like pollution or industrial exposure. The goal is to make sure the benefits of solar power reach neighborhoods that haven't always had equal access to it. Interestingly, the plug-in solar permitting language in this bill actually came from a separate proposal Governor Lamont submitted himself, folded into this larger bill in the final days of the session. Supporters have framed the overall package as building on Connecticut's existing solar success while working to lower costs for ratepayers across the board. Between extended incentive programs, new consumer protections, plug-in solar, agrivoltaics research, and environmental justice outreach, this is one of the most comprehensive renewable energy bills Connecticut has passed in years. Public Act 26-127 extends Connecticut's solar incentive programs into the mid-2030s, legalizes plug-in solar starting October 2026, orders a study on agrivoltaics feasibility, and launches a solar pilot program for environmental justice communities. Would you consider plug-in solar for your own home? Or do you think Connecticut needs to go even further on renewable energy? Let us know what you think. And if you learned something new, hit like and subscribe for more breakdowns of the laws shaping Connecticut.